Dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to our Saint Stories channel. Today, we delve into a matter that has stirred the hearts of the faithful and ignited an intense spiritual curiosity among us all. In our journey this morning, we shall explore the chilling prophecy of Saint Malachy, a prophecy that foretells the fate of the pontiff who opens the holy door. As you listen, imagine the echoes of ancient words reverberating through the sacred halls of our church, words that have time and again manifested in the lives and passings of previous popes. We begin with the unsettling news emerging from Rome, where our beloved Pope Francis now faces a grave health crisis. Recent reports of his hospitalization due to pneumonia have sent shockwaves through the community, stirring memories of the ominous predictions tied to the Holy Door. Today we ask, could this modern-day trial be the divine sign long forewarned? By Saint Malachy? Over the next several minutes, we will retrace the footsteps of history, examining those prophetic moments when the ritual of opening the holy door preceded the untimely demise of popes, leaving behind a legacy of both, or an apprehension. Prepare to journey into a narrative where faith meets fate and the sacred intersects with the mysterious forces of prophecy. Throughout the history of the Church, there have been moments when the veil between time and eternity seems to thin, when prophecies spoken centuries ago resurface with an eerie clarity in the present. Today, we uncover one such prophecy, one that whispers of fate and divine warning, the prophecy of Saint Malachy. Saint Malachy was no ordinary man. He was an Irish archbishop, a mystic and a holy servant of God, known for his visions that peered beyond the confines of time itself. It was in the year 1139 that he received a revelation, a mysterious sequence of Latin phrases, each one corresponding to the future popes who would sit upon the throne of Peter. These prophecies, known today as the prophecy of the popes, spanned centuries, predicting with chilling accuracy the rise and fall of pontiffs, marking the course of the Church's history with a sense of divine foreordination. Among these cryptic messages, one stands out, a foreboding warning tied to a sacred act that occurs but once every 25 years, the opening of the Holy Door. A door that symbolizes grace, renewal, and passage into the mercy of Christ. But for some popes, it has also become the threshold of their final days on earth. Why is this? Why has history shown that this deeply spiritual ritual is so often followed by the death of the pope who performs it? Is it coincidence? Or does Saint Malachy's prophecy reveal something more, something far greater than we can comprehend? We must remember that the Holy Door is not merely a ceremonial gateway. It is a profound testament to the spiritual renewal of the Church, a passage that invites the faithful to step into a new era of grace and conversion. And yet, behind its solemn beauty, history whispers of an unsettling truth. Popes who have unlocked this sacred door have, in many cases, not lived to see its closing. As we look upon Pope Francis, who has recently opened the Holy Door for this Jubilee year, we find ourselves standing at the crossroads of prophecy and reality. Now, with his health in question, we are left to wonder, could we once again be witnessing the unfolding of Saint Malachy's divine message? A hush has fallen over the Vatican. The weight of uncertainty lingers in the air as news spreads across the Catholic world. Our beloved Holy Father, Pope Francis, has been hospitalized. A man known for his unwavering strength, his tireless dedication to the poor and the marginalized, now finds himself in the fragile grasp of illness. Reports from Rome confirm that the Supreme Pontiff is battling pneumonia, a condition that has raised deep concern among the faithful. For months, we have seen the toll of age and exhaustion etched upon his face. The burdens of leading the Church in these tumultuous times are not merely spiritual, they are physical. The voice that once resounded with authority in St. Peter's Square has, in recent weeks, grown weaker. The steps that once carried him tirelessly through crowds of pilgrims have become slower, more measured. And now, as he lies in a hospital bed in Rome, receiving urgent medical care, the world watches with bated breath. But what makes this moment even more unsettling is not merely the frailty of age or the unpredictability of illness. It is the timing. Just weeks ago, Pope Francis stood before the grand, sealed holy door of St. Peter's Basilica and performed a sacred ritual that has echoed throughout history, the opening of the holy door, marking the beginning of the Jubilee. With the strike of his hand, the heavy bronze door swung open, symbolizing the floodgates of divine mercy being poured upon the world. And yet this act, so rich in spiritual significance, has long carried with it an unspoken shadow. Time and time again, history has recorded an eerie pattern. Popes who have performed this sacred ritual have soon after met their earthly end. Could we now be witnessing another chapter in this solemn tradition? At this very moment, Pope Francis remains under medical supervision. The Vatican, known for its careful and measured statements, has assured the faithful that he is receiving the best possible care. But for those who have followed the unfolding of prophecy, the question remains, are we standing on the precipice of yet another fulfillment of Saint Malachy's vision? As Catholics, we believe in the power of prayer, and now more than ever, the Church must unite in intercession for our Holy Father. And yet deep in our hearts, we cannot help but wonder, could this be more than a mere illness? Could this be the whisper of something greater, something foretold long before our time? Throughout the centuries, the sacred ritual of opening the holy door has been a profound moment in the life of the Church, a symbolic gesture that invites the faithful to step into a year of grace and mercy. But for those who have studied the signs of the times, it is impossible to ignore the mysterious sequence that has accompanied this sacred tradition. The passing of pontiffs who performed the ritual as if fulfilling a prophetic script written long before their time. Let us turn our eyes to history. One of the most striking cases is that of Pope Leo XIII, a pontiff of immense wisdom and vision who reigned at the dawn of the modern era. It was he who presided over the Jubilee of 1900, a moment filled with spiritual anticipation as the Church prepared to enter a new century. As he stood before the holy door, with his frail hands pressing against the ancient bronze, he invoked the blessings of heaven upon the faithful. Yet, what followed was a slow and visible decline in his health. The weight of the years, combined with the toll of his sacred office, soon took its course. Within 3 short years of performing the rite, Pope Leo XIII breathed his last, marking yet another chapter in the eerie fulfillment of Saint Malachy's prophecy. Then came the case of Pope Pius V, a leader who guided the Church through turbulent times, strengthening the faith amidst rising global tensions. In 1925, he performed the sacred rite of opening the holy door, proclaiming a new era of hope and unity. Yet as history now records, his health began to suffer in the years that followed. The Pope, who had unlocked the gates of grace, would not live to see another Jubilee. By 1939, he was gone, another pontiff claimed after fulfilling this ancient tradition. Perhaps one of the most compelling examples in modern memory is Pope John Paul II, a figure beloved across the world. When he opened the holy door in 2000, he was already battling the ailments that would later take their toll. Despite his visible suffering, he pressed on, determined to lead the Church into the 3rd millennium. But as the years passed, his strength waned. By 2005, just 5 years after initiating the Jubilee, the world watched in sorrow as his earthly journey came to an end. Was this simply the course of nature, or was there a deeper spiritual rhythm at play? These moments are not mere coincidences. They form a pattern that we cannot ignore. Again and again, the act of opening the holy door has been followed by the passing of the very men who performed it. And now, in the year 2025, we find ourselves standing at the precipice of yet another jubilee, with Pope Francis at its center. He has performed the sacred act, he has placed his hands upon the holy door, and now he lies in a hospital bed in Rome, fighting an illness that has shaken the Vatican and the Catholic world alike. Are we witnessing the continuation of a prophecy that has echoed through time? Could it be that, as Saint Malachy foretold, the fulfillment of this ancient warning is once again upon us? As we reflect on these past events, one thing becomes clear: our history is intertwined with mystery, faith, and divine providence. And in the present moment, as we stand at the crossroads of prophecy and reality, we must turn our hearts to prayer, seeking God's will and mercy for our Holy Father and the Church. As we have seen, history speaks in echoes, repeating patterns that leave us questioning the mysteries of divine providence. From Pope Leo III to Pope John Paul II, the connection between opening the holy door and the passing of the pontiff has been both unsettling and undeniable. And now, with Pope Francis' health in a fragile state, we find ourselves standing once more at the intersection of prophecy and reality. Could this be another fulfillment of Saint Malachy's vision? Only time will reveal the truth. But one thing is certain: the Church must remain vigilant in prayer. Now more than ever, we must turn to God, interceding for our Holy Father and for the future of the Church. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into Catholic history, prophecy, and faith. Check out our other videos to continue exploring the mysteries of our Church's past and present. May God bless you, and see you in our next video.